Hello, good evening from here. Okay, it's evening from here. Um, okay, welcome. I welcome you. I want to say Happy New Year again. We are still in the new year. I want to say Happy New Year and thanks for hooking up. Happy New Year. I'm sure you had a wonderful day. God bless you. Welcome to my page and welcome to today's series. Today I said we were going to be talking about begin again. You know we are still at the season of beginning. Okay, we are still at the beginning. January is a new season, is a new year, is a new beginning, and is a time that people want to just start something new. They want to dare things. They want to, go into what they've not been. And so people at this time, they are still skeptical. They are still contemplating if to go ahead or not. So, but I'm going to be encouraging us today on using this topic, begin again. So we are at that time of life, or we are at that time of the year where we've been given a new slate, we've been given a fresh slate, we've been given an opportunity for a fresh start. And today I'm going to be talking on begin again. Begin again. You can start again. It does not matter where you found yourself. It does not matter how many times you've fallen. It does not matter how you've been written off or how you've been scorned or looked down at. And, people may believe that it's over and nothing good can really come out of what you've done previously, or nothing good can come out of your person. But this evening, I want to be encouraging us that you can begin again. You can begin again. And, I always like to go to our template. And today I want to be looking at the Samaritan woman. The Samaritan woman. We all know the story of the Samaritan woman, that the Bible says she came at noonday to the well to fetch water. And when she came, Jesus came. When she came, she met Jesus. And Jesus said that she should give him a drink. And the first thing she said was, "Why will you ask me for a drink? You are a Jew. I'm a Samaritan. We don't have anything in common." Okay? So it means that these two classes of people never had relationship. There was nothing bringing them together. There was nothing, binding them together. There was no common denominator. That was why she was telling him, "Why do you need to ask me for water? Your people don't talk to my people. My people don't talk to your people. So why do you ask me for water?" Let's quickly go to the book of John chapter 4. Okay, I just want us to quickly look at it. Okay, John chapter 4. Let me read from verse 6. Okay, he said, "Jacob's well was there, and Jesus, tired from a long walk." So Jesus was walking down, and he got to the well. He sat wearily beside the well about midday. That's about 12 noon. Soon, so Jesus definitely got to the well before the Samaritan woman. He said, "Soon a Samaritan woman came to draw water, and Jesus said to her, 'Please give me a drink.'" He was alone at the time because his disciple had gone to the village to buy some food. So it was only Jesus. His disciples were not around. So this woman was surprised, for Jews refused to have anything to do with the Samaritans. She said to Jesus, "You are a Jew and I am a Samaritan woman. Why are you asking me for a drink?" So why am I saying begin again? So these two classes of people never had a relationship. They never had, there was nothing bringing them together. So this could have been a tradition that have been for many years, it could have been for decades. And till now, we still have such attitude, we still have such culture, where you will see some people from certain tribe, they will tell you, don't mix up with people from this tribe. Even if you are going to marry, don't marry people from this tribe because of whatever reasons. So some of these culture, some of this belief system are passed. It could have been passed from previous generations to the present generation. And the different generations will keep carrying out this animosity. Okay, they will keep carrying out this despising each other. So it's a belief system that has been passed. So you don't have anything to do with us. I don't need you. You don't need me. So when this woman said this to Jesus, you are a Jew, I am a Samaritan. Why are you asking me for a Jew? Jesus replied, if only you knew the gift God has for you and who you are speaking to, God, you will ask me and I will give you the living water. So for every time that we feel that you don't need certain people, or there are some people that are a no-no or a no-go area, I want you to know one thing, that God is a God of relationship. God values relationship so much. Relationship is key. So when I say begin again, I'm saying you could build a new relationship. It could even be from those places or from those people that they have laid embargoes on, that these people, this class of people are a no-no. But I want us to take a toll from this story. Jesus said, if you knew who was talking to you, if you know what you gain, you stand to gain connecting with me, you will give me a drink. So are you such a person that you have laid embargo on certain people because of culture, because of some unverified information, because of something that have been passed on to you, and you feel you don't need certain kind of people? Then you need to have a rethink. You can begin again. For I said earlier, I said our God is relational. He values relationships so much. Okay, when he existed from the beginning, but he never existed alone. And we know that the Trinity, he exists as a Trinity, meaning that God the Father could have stayed alone, but he had the Trinity. That's why in Genesis 1:1, he was talking to the Trinity, say, let us. So relationship is very key. You cannot be an island. You cannot live in isolation. You cannot feel that you don't need the other person, or the other person does not have anything good to add to you. And aside that, when God created man, God could have still stayed alone. But he created man so that we could do what? We could keep connecting and fellowshipping with him. When he came to earth to start the ministry, the first thing he did was to start looking for disciples. And he started picking them one after the other. So relationship is important. Relationship is key. You need to build relationship. Even though you've had relationship that has, that did not go down well, you can begin again. You can begin again. Nobody is a write-off. You cannot put off everybody, because for every person you meet in the journey of life, they have something good to offer. They have something important that you need. And that was exactly what happened to this Samaritan woman. She felt, I don't need the Jew. What do we need the Jew for? Because you have the well that Jacob dug. She felt that was all. But Jesus said, if you know who is talking to you, you will give me a drink. So if you can't, okay, the Bible says that when Jesus met that woman, Jesus was alone. So the disciples were not there. So at times you need to build relationship. And when you want to build this relationship, you could be intimidated when it's a crowd. Maybe the people or the person you want to get close to are always being surrounded. Then you target when the person is alone. You need to be intentional in building relationship. You cannot be an island. You cannot be an isolation. So this connection between Jesus and the Samaritan woman happened when the disciples were not there. So when you feel uncomfortable where there is a crowd, then you can target an alone moment. And that was what Jesus did. Because I'm thinking if the disciples were there, they could have discouraged Jesus. They could have talked him out of connecting with this woman. But this scene played out very well when they were not around. So we despise people because of the noun. Look at what the woman said. He said, what the woman said in verse 11. He said, but sir, you don't have a bucket. You don't have a rope or a bucket to fetch. When she was telling Jesus, and Jesus said, if let's look at it very well. He said, Jesus replied, if you only knew the gift God has for you and who you are speaking to, you will ask me and I will give you a living water. So Jesus was telling the woman, I'm going to give you a living water. And the woman was like, you don't have a bucket. You don't have a rope to fetch. So how are you going to give me water? So that is the first thing people do. They despise other people. They look down at other people. They feel others don't have what they need. They look at the person's hand. They look at the noun of the person. And that is one of the major errors that people are making. I'm telling you to begin again. Begin a relationship again. Begin a friendship again. Get a mentor again. Where you feel that, that the relationship has not worked out, you can build something new. And do not despise people because of now. Do not despise people because of today. You may feel the person is inadequate or doesn't have what it takes to be close to you. That was what the woman was doing. He was telling Jesus, you don't have a bucket to fetch from. You don't have a rope. So how do you intend to give me water? And that is how many people miss it. When you are just looking at people on face value, when you're just looking at people because of who and how they are now, then you will miss it. So we should not despise people because of the now. Everyone you meet has something unique that you will need. So I'm saying that we should do. It's a new year, it's a new season. God is giving us a fresh start. He's giving us a new template. He's giving us a blank check. So you need to be intentional and to be deliberate in beginning again. So this woman, the relationship between her, the Samaritan, and the Jewish people was a soured relationship. It was even a no relationship in the first place. They never had anything. But at this time, Jesus gave her an opportunity to begin again, to have a fresh start, to build a new relationship. Okay? He said, we tend to choose relationship based on physical things. We see based on physical things. And that was what that woman was doing. It means that if Jesus had bucket, had what to fetch with, she would have given him attention. Okay? So we should not base our choices only on physical things. We should not just size people up before we build again. Okay? So where we underestimate people is really a problem. So We are being charged today to what? To begin again. Even if you have been hurt in the past, you can start, you can build another healthy relationship again. When we are talking about relationship, we are not only talking about the opposite sex alone. You can get a mentor again. You can get a partner, a praying partner. You can get a business partner. You just need to build a relationship again, because no one can live in what? In isolation. So she did what? She now dropped her pride and connected with Jesus. And we know that it was that relationship that she gave a chance to. She gave Jesus that opportunity. She gave him that benefit of doubt. And she was the one that benefited at last. So you can build again. And another person I want to talk about is that woman that was caught up in the act of adultery in John chapter 8. So number one thing I say you should build again is building a fresh relationship. Even for children and parents that their relationship has gone sour, it's an opportunity to build again, to trust again. If you do not have a connection with your parent, maybe because they've hurt you and you disconnected from them, it's an opportunity to build again. Because no one can live in isolation. No one can live in isolation. So, another thing I want to talk about is that you need to build again is building yourself again, picking up your pieces. It's a new year. It's a fresh start. You need to pick up your pieces. You need to pick up your life again. And this is what happened to that woman that was caught in the very act. In that John chapter 8. Okay, Jesus returned to the Mount of Olives, but early the next morning he was back again at the temple. A crowd soon gathered, and he sat down and taught them. As he was speaking and teaching, religious law and Pharisees brought a woman who had been caught in the act of adultery. They put her in front of the crowd. Okay, we know the story. And they told Jesus, we caught her in the very act. And Jesus, you know what the reply was? He that is with no sin should do what? Should first cast the stone. And before Jesus could raise up his head, they've all gone. And he asked the woman, where are your accusers? Okay, in that verse 9, he said, when the accuser heard this, they slipped away one by one, beginning with the oldest, until only Jesus was left in the middle of the crowd with the woman. Wow, what an opportunity. Jesus gave her another golden opportunity. She would have been stoned to death. She would have been a forgotten issue. But he gave her a new beginning. He gave her a new opportunity. He gave her a fresh slate to start with. So he's giving you a fresh slate today. He's giving you that golden opportunity to start afresh, to pick up your pieces. It does not matter how you have been condemned, how you have been bastardized, how you have been wrongly accused, whether wrongfully or rightfully accused, and you have lost your self-esteem, and you have lost your joy, you have lost your peace, you have lost what gives you joy, and you can't just place it anymore. He's giving you another opportunity to begin a fresh life. He said, where are your accusers? Where are all those that condemned you? Where are all those that wanted to stone you? He said, go and sin no more. So the Lord is giving a blank check to someone today. He's vindicating you. He's exonerating you from what will have taken your life, from what will have condemned you. He's saying, pick up your pieces at this new beginning, at this new time, and begin a fresh life and start again. And I'm sure that was the end to that accusation against that woman. And she did what? And she had an opportunity for a fresh start. And finally, I want to talk about Peter. You know, when Jesus had used his boat to preach to the crowd, and Jesus told Peter, he said, go back and cast your nets. And Peter said, not to bother. I've done that all day and I caught nothing. Jesus insisted I should go. And he said, at thy word. And we know what happened. He had a net-breaking catch. He went again. He began fishing again. He threw in his net again. Somebody needs to do something again. That business that you started and it crashed along the line, you need to begin it again. Start it again. Visit it again. I don't know what you have done in the course of last year that you felt is a write-off. No, there's no point wasting my time. There is no point going back. But this charge is coming to you today to begin again. If Peter did not go again to throw in that net, he would not have gotten that massive catch. So the Lord is employing somebody to begin again. It's a new beginning. It's a fresh start. It's a golden opportunity that millions do not have. They are in the grave already. But because you're still breathing, because you are alive, then you have an opportunity to begin again. That course that you could not do, go back and begin again. That book you could not write like me, it's still halfway. Go back and pick up your pieces and put them together. That business you had been procrastinating, begin again. You can get started. So begin again. Tell yourself, I'm beginning again. I'm starting all over again. It does not matter what I've done, where I've gotten to, or where I crashed. I'm beginning again. So I hope that you will get started. You will just click the action button. And I know that God is going to see you through. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you for hooking up. God bless you, dearest. Begin again, and the Lord will surprise you. So have a wonderful time till we meet again. God bless you. Bye.